All right. Hey everyone. So today I'm here with Alex of Viv Life 505. We're going to be getting started on my Tokay enclosure, which is obviously already done, but you know, we're going into the past, and we're going to show you us building it from beginning to end, show you how the Bioactive works a little bit, and yeah, we're excited. I'm excited to get this for my Tokay Gecko. I know he's going to love it. And so yeah, let's get started. So you have your bio balls here. So you'll add those. And then here you'll have a screen mesh all the way across. After that, you have your nutrients. After that, you have your root soil, leaf litter, or what we call decomp, for decomposition. It's a small layer, and on that we have topsoil. So if you get in here, you look around, you see the, this is a nematode bin. So this is where we keep our nematodes at. Nematodes are a microscopic organism that you cannot see. This is all live moss, organic. This is what peat moss does. This is what broom moss does. In the wild, this moss falls into lakes, rivers, whatever it's around the geothermal hot springs that we find, and it actually becomes the perfect fertilizer for especially ferns, delicate plants. So this stuff would fall off of rocks or logs in nature, and over time it would decompose and become the perfect root soil. So you see, the further we go, the more beautiful it becomes. So this all started pretty much as broom moss, peat moss mixture. And so you get a lot of sticks and things like that within that mixture, but that is really what helps the environment grow. You can see how fast this has been decomposing. It's almost like, some of it's almost like rubber, but brittle. Yeah, beautiful. This is a dormant piece of moss. When you see a moss like this, this is what you get. This is called your peat. Now you have peat moss, which is, this is real peat moss. This is live peat moss. You see under the belly there. So what happens is, as moss grows, you get a lot of, this is your broom. This is broom moss, or pillow moss also, is what it could be called. But look at the decay matter in here. If you look at it, you can still see pine needles, moss, things that it has captured while it sits atop a log or a rock from falling off the trees or anything above it. But there's no moss underneath, but this is a tightly compact thing. When this moss gets shoved off a rock or shoved off of a branch and onto the forest floor, it no longer can survive like that. But what comes from it are seeds and other things that are embedded inside of this. Or perfect place for ferns to grow out of. Ferns love growing out of peat moss or pillow moss decay. And that's what all of this turns into. So it's basically, the forest is revitalizing its soil through the buildup of moss on top of rocks and logs. So it really connects the systems together. That's to us why moss is important. It's because it feeds nutrients from itself into whatever it has. You missed this, some of this falls off, washes onto the ground, you feed your system with nutrients.
right now we're kind of just making it, throwing stuff together, making it look like what was the term you used?
The what?
A forest floor or a dead.
Yeah. So you're going based off of what you know as what a forest floor might look at. So I guess we have fulfilled the build here. We have finished the build. Now there's a lot of process that needs to go into it to make for the next week for basically acclimation of the environment. You're getting a whole entire system going. Basically, you start at a beating heart. That's what we like to call it here. So this is our best example that we can do for like this area. Down here, this is Asiatic, South Asiatic area for a Tokay gecko. Beautiful environment there. A lot of stuff is not known too much of breeding habits, things like that. It's very dense. Lots of cool animals come out of that area, especially southern China and further down. Some just weird, awesome organisms. Some of my favorites are like the Chinese alligators, which are a protected species, but then you get vine snakes, and then of course Tokay geckos, large geckos. And so this is the best bet. We put the bamboo in there because when you think of Asiatic, you think of bamboo. Now you went with the spathiphyllum, your peace lily. Down here you have the whole system. So Zamora, you got to learn a lot today about what false bottoms are. We can start taking this away because I think you got a good film on it when we first did it. But you start seeing how like the layers of the system. We have clay in there. You can't really see it, but it's in there. It's holding the humidity down. It's going through a whole process. You're starting a decomposition process within the soil, which really makes it a permanent substrate. No more substrate changes for you. I mean, there's no more cleaning other than taking care of your soil and not contaminating it. You have your cork bark, your bioactive. We put those isopods in there that we showed on our Facebook feed. But then you also got the pictures of your springtails. Those guys are really what makes your system bioactive, along with all the plants and everything else that's in there. So if you take care of this system, it's going to be a good canary in a coal mine. Because if your system starts to fail, then it's a good idea that your animal that comes from this South Pacific or South Asiatic area needs something more in it that it's not getting. Because if you can sustain that ecosystem, then you can sustain that animal perfectly.
So there it is. This thing is awesome. Definitely, thank you guys over there at Viv Life. This thing is awesome. I can't wait to get my Tokay in it. In about a week, I'll be uploading a video of me transferring the Tokay from his old enclosure into this one. So that should be cool. I'm pretty excited about that. I know he's going to love this enclosure. And yeah, awesome. So again, go check out Viv Life. You can check out the video that I did last time on them in the corner. My cats won't stop meowing. But anyways, go check out Viv Life and then check out my link down in the description so you guys could buy some Spread the Herps shirts or Zamora Reptiles shirts, whatever you guys want. Definitely go check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. And as always, spread the herps.